Good morning, Doms. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to be invisible? Is that what you're doing? Are you trying to be invisible? Huh? Well, I can see you there. I can see you there. What are you doing? Doms. It's a beautiful morning. Fedor's just on his way over. Still a little bit of ice in the alleyway, but as you guys noticed, the truck is gone. Truck is gone. So I don't know if you guys watched to the end of the last video when you seen Trevor jump in my truck, take it away. Yes, Trevor bought it. Getting another vehicle today. A new project. But as soon as Fedor's over, heading out to Cochrane. Fedor's across the street with his van. Road trip. Heck yeah, Fedor, road trip. Woohoo! So like I said, we're on our way to Cochrane Dodge, and I hummed and hawed about this. I had submitted an offer, and they accepted it, and I almost backed out at the last moment, but I figured I could never get this type of deal again. So here we are, pulling up into Cochrane Dodge to pick up a Jeep I had my eye on and was wondering how much they were going to end up selling it for. So here it is. We're going to have a look at it. Alright, this is it right here. You guys remember Steve, home guy, bought his Jeep from the dealership. $20,000 cash, taxes in. 2014. We'll go over everything that it has afterwards. Alright. We are good to go. Also, if you ever make a pit stop in Cochrane, stop in at Half Hitch Brewing. Awesome food, great beer. Telling you right now, this is a big change from driving the TJ. Gotta get the windshield changed in this one. Gotta get the windshield changed in the TJ. Found a mobile guy that can do it for 160 bucks for both windows each. So that's not too bad. Gonna drive to the auto parts store now, get a radiator, a serpentine belt, and some wipers. I got this Jeep so cheap because there's some issues with it, and since there's a lot of aftermarket parts that they didn't want to fix it up. So that's the reason why I got it. There's no way I could have got a Jeep like this for the price I got. So 2014, $20,000. I was looking at 2007s, 2008s that were like 14, 13,000. Like basically bone stock but mild out. Just that auto value, and get some parts for the Jeep. Definitely going to be looking at putting the carpets back in. They've never been used at all. Even has a tailgate table. Some strong magnets in there. Both Jeeps are outside. It's too windy to go outside and film and talk, so I'm gonna clean up the garage. That's another little cool tool I bought that we're gonna look at a little bit later. I need to organize. Probably start on these next weekend. Getting windshields in both my Jeeps on Monday. Serpentine belt, radiator. There still is a bunch of other things I need to take care of. I'm gonna explain that later on in the video. They sold it as a mechanic special because everything on the Jeep is aftermarket, and try to replace it with stock parts at this point in game was pretty much impossible. So that's why they sold it the way it was. But nothing is really going to be too hard, too expensive. I figure under $3,000 max. That includes buying tires. I should have everything fixed up. That's probably one of my favorite features right there. That's the fuel pump for the auxiliary tank. So right now it's saying it's full. So if I want to fill up the main tank, I press this button here, click. Hopefully you can hear that in the video. So when you fuel up, it'll fill this tank first and then overfill to that one. The $1 million question now is how well will a JK fit in the garage? My truck fit in the garage. However, the only way I was able to get my truck in the garage was move the toolbox, the air compressor over to the side, pretty much butt the truck up to the wall, and I was able to close the door. That being said, I mean, I got quite a bit of room there. Plus, I wasn't fully butted up to the back, and I don't believe the JK's too much longer than what the TJ is. I do have the OR Fab tire carrier and that hanging out. I've been chipping away at the ice to try to bust her up, but on the JK here, we got the Teraflex tire carrier, which hangs out quite a bit further, but we'll see. We'll see how well she's gonna fit. All right, well, I'm going to read off my phone. This is what they said. The radiator leaking, that is indeed one of the issues. AC inoperable. The AC actually works. The HVAC LEDs flashing. When you first start the Jeep, for whatever reason, it takes like 20 seconds for the HVAC controls to work. We got to look into that, but after about 20 seconds, everything works. Lower air filter housing required replacement. The problem is with that is that two of the clips on the air box had broke. Steve had bolts in it, but the dealership took them out and left them out, so I got zip ties in it for now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about an air box if I'm going to get one. Serpentine belt is cracked. I got a new one of those. Lift glass defrost wire detached from grid. The grid isn't broken, but the little stick-ons for the wires are off, so we're going to have to test, make sure, see if the glass still works. Outer tie rod end worn, front sway bar end links worn, rear right sway bar end link loose at diff bracket and hole enlarged, not a big deal. Tires are worn, we know that. Left front shock slight leak, upper and lower ball joints worn. Now it's got the Teraflex ball joints, and Steve said that you can adjust the lower, but you can't adjust the upper. So I'm just going to get the newer ball joints, going to order those and do that. It says steering unstable due to alignment. I found the steering was fine. It drives like a Jeep with big tires. Cruise control inoperable. That is indeed. I tried that, and it says windshield cracked and requires wiper blades. So I got wiper blades, windshields. Both my Jeeps are getting replaced in a couple days because you guys have been complaining to me that all my windshields are cracked. Yes, I don't own a vehicle right now that isn't, but two of them are going to be fixed in a couple days. So I know a lot of people might be a little upset why I bought a Jeep that was built versus building one myself, and this is the reason why. We're going to go through the costs of everything that home guy, my buddy Steve, had put in this Jeep. that I could think of and see right off the bat. We're gonna add up the numbers and it's gonna make sense to you. 20,000 Canadian I paid for this, 2014. I don't know if I showed the interior, but it's the Sahara, leather, power windows, everything. Thing is mint, super mint. So as you see, the price of all the aftermarket parts far exceed the Jeep itself. 2014 Wrangler in Canada, 4-door. Well, maybe not all Canada, but in Alberta, you'd be pretty hard pressed to find a Wrangler 2014 for under $30,000. Bought it from Cochrane Dodge, 20,000, taxes in, drove it away. I had no intentions of spending that much money, but I know this Jeep. I know how much Steve put in it, and I really like the build he done. Now it's to fix up all the stuff, add my own personal touches, change some things around to make it mine. And this is gonna be a really good project. There's a lot of things that we need to do yet that you guys already seen. I already started getting some parts, and there's gonna be some more parts coming. So you can see the Antirock is loose, but I'm gonna see if I adjust that. Well, the good thing is, this is like a first generation Antirock. Splines aren't worn, so it's a good sign right there. We'll just see how much we can button her down, snug her up a little bit. So that was quick and dirty. She's nice and tight now. No more wobbling. I did bring my scanner out, the Alta 906 BT. Just gonna hook that up and give the Jeep a quick scan. It's nice that the scanner can rest on your steering wheel while you do all your things. So that P0581 is the reason why that cruise control does not work. Could be faulty switch. It could be a short in the wiring system. However, that's going to be a good diagnostic video in the future. Troubleshoot that, solve it. There's a bunch of other things. You guys wanted me to get another Jeep. I got another Jeep. Few things to fix up. A few things we're gonna change. I think it's gonna be great because I'm always gonna be working on Jeep. There's always gonna be a Jeep in the garage working on, except for the time I gotta bring my car in every now and then, but most of the time we're gonna be continuing building on the TJ, changing stuff around on this. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Just trying to get a fire going, but it's looking like, oh, it might go. I was gonna go out there for a second. All right, fire's just getting going. Gonna crack open this beer. It's been rolling around in my cooler for a while. Starting to get pretty beat up, but it's motherfucking beer time. Cheers, everybody. So I want to know in the comments below, from everything that I can think of that's listed on that build and the cost of today's prices, what it would do for the exact same thing. Would you guys have bought that 2014 Sahara Jeep, $20,000 tax in? I think I got a killer deal, but I want to know what you guys think. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Oh, look at that. Brand new windshield. Be able to see out of it finally. Take the tape off it tomorrow. That's quite a bit different. No more smashed windshield. I'm just sitting here. I'm just pumping some fuel. I'm just gonna pump 1 bar.